All right.
All right, Mark.
Welcome to season 3 of the Toronto Living's Real Estate Podcast Show.
Episode 77.
77.
Yeah, we're getting into, well, it's a little bit of a catch-up episode.
Yeah.
Ketchup and, I want to say mustard so badly right now.
This will make sense about 35 seconds into the episode, so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that surprise.
Absolutely. We run over the November numbers. We catch up on our holiday break. Have a lot of laughs, I would say.
Yep.
Have a ginger shot.
Have a ginger shot. Yeah.
A beet and ginger shot.
A beet and ginger shot.
Yeah. And we're excited to be back.
Yeah.
Episode 77.
Episode 77.
Season 3.
Season 3.
Shark, swan, let's get it.
Beautiful.
All right.
Welcome to the Toronto Livings Podcast, a conversation about all things Toronto with a focus on real estate, the culture, and of course, the food.
I'm Mark Savel.
And I'm Joey Virgilio.
And we're realtors with Sage Real Estate working together as a Toronto Livings team with a focus on helping you buy better, sell higher, and of course, having a little bit of fun along the way. Hello, Joey.
Senior Mark.
How are you?
I am good. We're back.
2025.
Yeah, 2025 is here.
New season.
New year.
Same us.
Same us.
How have you been? You enjoyed your
holidays? Yeah, holidays were good. Holidays were good.
It does sound weird in the middle of January being like, how was your holidays?
How was your holidays?
But we kind of had an extended holiday.
We did. Yeah. And we were away from the air.
Yes.
So we have to do some catching up.
We do. Yeah. Should we officially call this the ketchup episode?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the ketchup and mustard
Ketchup
episode?
and meat and potatoes with
Meat
ketchup
and
and
potatoes
mustard.
is so 2024. It's the ketchup and mustard boys. We're back. Season 3, show 77.
77.
Yep.
We're coming close to that 100 episode mark.
You know you say that every show.
I still keeping tabs on it.
We're getting close. We're getting close. I love it though. It lets me know you're present.
Yes.
If you don't say it, I'm like,
something's
is he
wrong.
okay, yeah.
How was your holidays?
Holidays were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, really chill. Quiet.
Family?
Yeah, if we didn't go anywhere, which I loved.
Simple.
Caught up on some good TV shows. We got into The Shrinking. I don't know if you...
I have seen it.
It's such a good show.
It's a great show.
Feel good. I love it.
Yeah. I speaking of which, Severance.
Okay.
So I am invested like you would not believe.
I've not started it.
Okay.
But you're now the 5th person
Who said it?
this week.
I am absolutely addicted.
Okay.
Rewatched the first season because they're now coming out with season 2 after like a long 3-year wait.
Oh.
And watched the first episode. It just came out on Friday.
Wow.
Highly recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was Santa good to you?
Santa was good to me.
Good.
Yeah, Santa was good to
Any
me.
notable gifts you want to share with the listeners?
You know what? I did get a PS5, I will
What?
say. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You've held off for 3 weeks on telling me you have a PS5? Do you have 2 controllers?
I do, actually. That was one of the other gifts.
Some partner this guy is, eh? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we got some planning to be had.
What games did you get?
Games are kind of amalgamated from the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a different world. It actually threw me for a loop the first time I got into this stuff during the pandemic. But yeah, everything's digital, so everything just re-uploads onto the new.
What?
Yeah, it's like all digital. Even the console itself has no like disc slot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, things have changed.
Okay, what games have you been playing?
You know what? The biggest game is called Helldivers.
Helldivers?
Helldivers.
Okay,
yeah, that has been the last. It's Call of Duty and Helldivers are the only two that I
Call of Duty
all day long.
Oh yeah. I had like a PS3.
Yeah,
and I only had 2 games on it: Grand Theft Auto and Call of Duty.
Good choices.
Yeah,
they're good choices.
That took me like 5 years to get through. And I was like, okay, I'm done.
Run around, hit people.
Yeah.
Hit people in the streets just on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And
kill zombies.
Yeah, exactly.
All good. Well, Miss Adriana got me what I asked for.
What's that?
My juicer.
Oh yes, yeah, your juicer.
I got a juicer.
That's right.
It was a fair warning. If you're thinking of getting a juicer, it is one of those investments that keeps getting more expensive.
Okay.
And it's actually not, yeah, well.
How does this work?
How so, you ask? Allow me to elaborate. So I got a Nama juicer.
Yep.
Nama is like the Cadillac of juicers. I don't even know if Cadillac is still recognized as like the car of choice.
The top choice.
It's the Bentley of juicers. I know that's still top of their game. So it's it's a Korean-made juicer. It's got a 15-year warranty, which just makes sense, right? Like, so you get good value in that sense. Where this juicer gets expensive is because I live in a loft with a European-sized fridge. We had to get a second fridge to store our veggies.
Oh God!
Because we couldn't like, beets and carrots are big, man.
Did not expect a whole second fridge to be going on.
Whole second fridge. So now we have a European-sized fridge, a Costco backup fridge, and a Costco backup freezer. Our hydro bill is basically all towards keeping us healthy. And Adriana, being the financial guru that she is, she doesn't buy no high-end organic fruits. She buys like 10 pounds of carrots. She comes home like, hey, I got some carrots. Like, you can do squats with that thing.
Over the shoulder.
Hey, we need more space. Got some like beets for you. I got like 17 pounds of beets. Everything is beet stained. My fingertips
that's all
are red.
Yeah.
But the juicer is incredible.
Love it.
Game changer.
You've been on juice high since you got it.
Every single day we've been juicing. I even brought you a little treat.
Did you?
I did.
Oh man.
I've been keeping this in my pants.
You're like, stop it.
I got you.
Oh my God.
And I will not leave you alone in my other pocket.
This is beet juice.
This is a beet ginger juice shot.
This looks like the most magical elixir I've ever seen.
Okay, I'm a big coffee guy.
Yeah.
I am shifting to becoming a juice guy.
Okay.
One of these gives me far more
energy,
focused, clean energy. Yeah, than an espresso all day.
I've been having coffee withdrawals lately.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a real thing. So I might need to take you up on this.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's do a ginger shot.
This looks like I can paint with it if I put a paintbrush into it.
Oh, this will most definitely ruin furniture. Yeah. As speaking from experience. Yeah. All right, so we are in the process of opening up our ginger shots.
Also, these containers are next level.
Okay, that's another expense. So we own like a little shopkeeper's amount of inventory when it comes to glass bottles.
Love it.
We have like so many of these.
So the miniatures,
Yeah. These are the shot ones. Salud. Cheers to a healthy 2025.
Exactly.
And beet stained teeth. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa.
Was I not supposed to take it like a shot?
I mean, you could.
I did it.
You did it.
That's delicious though.
Right?
Oh, that's so hydrating. And I just had a coffee too. So that like just reinvigorated hydration into my system.
Folks at home, we're in store for a really good episode.
Yeah, this is delicious. Yeah. That's delicious. Fresh. Mm-hmm. You can taste the juicer.
Every 3 days, we ginger just hit.
Yeah.
Every 3 days, we have a juice night.
Love it.
And like, it's a good hour of time.
Putting it into the juicer? Yep. Like you have to, with all these little canisters, that takes time.
It takes time. Now, the Nama is really good. Nama, if you're hearing this, please sponsor me. The Nama is really good at pulverizing the
vegetables?
Vegetables, yeah. And it's cold pressed. It's really quiet. It's not loud at all. And that's what you get.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Yeah.
I can feel my insides just like
coming to life.
Yeah.
My skin's better.
Yeah.
Like so many aches and pains are not as prevalent as they were in 2024.
I love this. Yeah. We should be starting a beet and ginger store.
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Mark and
I'll
Joey's.
be in. Come in. Every third day I'll be there.
Come in.
Yeah.
Bring your PS5.
For the productivity.
Love it. Couple of notable things to make mention of.
Okay, let's hear it.
Our calls to action are working. Our YouTube subscribers are growing.
Thank
you.
Yes.
And then I received a very interesting email over the holidays.
Let's hear it.
We are the number 5 most popular real estate podcast in Canada.
That is, you sent me this when it happened. I was not expecting to read through that.
I'm very proud of that.
Yeah.
Number 5 in Canada. I mean, there's only 25, but we'll take it.
We're top 5 in there.
Top 5, we'll take it. And we are, in terms of Toronto podcasts, we are 50.
Okay.
We're in spot 50.
Okay.
Any guesses who number 1 is?
Number 1.
We know this person.
We do.
They've been on the show.
Who?
Not my wife.
Who has a podcast?
Alex Wong.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, right. Your friend Alex.
I was looking for. Yeah.
Fair. Alex Wong. The Hello Welcome Raptors podcast is the number 1 Toronto podcast. Love
that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And we're coming for you.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah.
We're lurking, just like the Raptors. We're at the bottom of the pile, but we're going to excel to the top.
One step at a time.
Yeah. One ginger shot at a time, baby. We're coming. This is our year. I feel it. So thank you for everyone who supported us.
Yes, 100%.
And if this is your first time listening to the Toronto Living's Real Estate Podcast Show, please hit that like and subscribe button.
I love it. The name still just flows right off the tongue.
Yeah, just, nice and short.
Yeah.
But how was your week, Joey?
Let's get into it.
Where did you eat?
Absolutely. I need to talk about a new obsession I have right now.
Okay.
I have been eating at Tzatziki Midtown.
Okay.
I can't stop ordering from it. First off, the portions that they give you. This is Mount Pleasant in Eglinton.
Okay.
And they have another their original location is on, I think it's on Pape in the East End.
Danforth, yeah. I know, I definitely know the location.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. White and blue sign.
Yes.
Tzatziki.
Yes. Yeah. So they just opened up their second location recently, and Oh my God, I cannot stop ordering from it. The portion sizes they're Joey size.
Joey approved.
Yeah, they're Joey approved.
Boom.
Yeah. They just give you so much. But I have to shout out specifically the pork gyro wrap.
Okay.
Because they have a special sauce that just like blows my mind every time I eat it. And they also stuff it with fries.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a place on the Danforth called Messina's.
Yeah.
And they were up by you as well.
Yes.
I don't know if they're still around.
Massini's, no,
but they did the gyro stuff with the fries.
Oh my God, it's such a next level move to make. Yeah,
and so efficient.
Nothing but respect. Yeah, right? It's so efficient.
Who wants to be double dipping? Just throw it all in one.
Put it in one spot. Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah, so that's my and also if I had a Christmas wish. So I'm going to be making mention of this. Right now they got a BOGO, okay? They got a buy one, get one free on Uber Eats. Uber, I'm starting to keep track now. I will take tallies every time you get mentioned. But there is a BOGO on Uber right now, so you can get 2 of the plates or 2 of the platters, which I've been getting by myself for the last little bit. And I can only handle one. I will say that. One fills me up. I have to put the other in the fridge and eat it the next day.
Also efficient.
I
like where your mind's at. When I was talking to Alex about the podcast rankings, he's like, I listen to you guys every week. So thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
And he's like, the real estate stuff I really don't care about. And I kind of skip over that. But your lifestyle and content stuff, that's golden.
Love it.
And I'm like, what do you find most interesting? He's like, well, I know Joey loves Uber.
This is the takeaways.
And I know you absolutely despise Uber. So I'm like, well, you listen, that's accurate as hell. So keep doing your thing. So chicken pork combo is the go-to?
Yeah, chicken pork combo is it's delicious. The pork is incredible, but to have the mixture between, they give you so much meat. I replayed it when I get it from Uber Eats.
You do like a nice spread?
100%. I take the rice on the bottom, I put it on one plate, and then I heat the other half up, and I like portion it properly. Like I do it proper.
We've been talking so much about trying to make more real estate content for YouTube Shorts and all that stuff. I think we need to do a Joey plating of tzatziki. Yeah. Guaranteed 500,000 views.
Run through the process.
Guaranteed. Love it, man.
Yeah. So big shout out to Tzatziki. You're doing an amazing job. Also, your actual tzatziki is damn delicious.
Big tzatziki fan here.
Yeah.
I love a good tzatziki.
So much flavor out of it. And I bought one of the store-boughts as well because I'm eating from home.
Yeah.
And the contrast between the two of them is like night and day. Like their tzatziki is so much better.
Your store-bought's not from Tzatziki. You're talking like a
complete like grocery store.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, because I load the tzatziki on whatever I eat.
Harvey's used to put tzatziki on burgers.
Did they?
They got rid of it. That was the greatest addition they provided.
I support it.
Yeah.
Tzatziki's good on like
everything.
It's so delicious.
Yeah. I'm going to put in my ginger shots next week. Put a dollop of tzatziki.
Yogurt. Yeah. We'll just thicken it up.
The gut biome will like respond well. It's got, what's the thing?
Microbiomes. No.
We're getting too smart.
No. I know.
That's not the right word.
I know what your active cultures like. It's
the word?
Good for your gut.
The buzzword. Probiotics.
Probiotics. There it is. The buzzword. Yeah, that's it.
You named like every other scientific thing around it.
Tell me about your week. How is your? We have lots of weeks to go over, but give me your highlight.
I'm just going to mention one place.
Okay.
Jumbo Lobster.
Okay.
We need to go. Okay. That's my pitch.
Was that the name of the place? Is Jumbo Lobster?
Jumbo Lobster. Yeah, we need to go. I added. That's not part of the tagline. Jumbo Lobster.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I flipped my mic off.
No, we're still good.
Awesome. It is a sight to see.
Okay.
It's like 10,000 square feet.
Oh, okay.
It is massive. It's in Richmond Hill.
Yeah.
So have you ever heard of, what's the place called? Fishman Lobster Clubhouse?
No.
Okay, it's very Instagrammable place. They do the towers of lobster, deep fried. Never seen it?
Nope.
No? Nah. We went there for a few Christmas parties. This is their third expansion. And
Okay.
this place is a mecca.
When its name is Jumbo Lobster,
Jumbo Lobster.
they got a lot to live up to.
Oh my God. You walk in this place. So the walls are one of three things: aquariums stacked with lobsters and crab, or meat coolers stacked with slabs of meat, or wine coolers stacked with wine. That's what the walls are made out of. You walk in this place, you're like, where am I?
Oh my good Lord.
Packed.
Yeah.
2 sittings, 5:30 and 7:30. You have to book in advance all day because it's so hard to get in. I don't know, 300 booths are there, plus a private upper mezzanine.
Oh my God.
They have separate rooms. There's so much to explore in this place.
I haven't seen the whole thing yet.
And I want to do like just a Jumbo Lobster tour one day.
Yeah.
Like, just show me everything.
Start booking tours. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good part of the business plan.
Incredible. So it's one of those places where you order your crab and lobster and they bring it to your table alive.
Oh my God.
You
Yeah.
can take a selfie with it if you're so inclined.
Okay.
And then they cook it and you eat it. We got the suckling pig. Do you like porchetta?
Love porchetta.
Okay. So do I. Straight up, Italian pride, putting it on the line. Chinese do it better.
What?
Chinese do it better.
Bold.
Oh, I'll stand by that till the day I die.
Bold statement.
The suckling pig at this place was out of this world. Shout out Alex Wong.
Okay.
Not that he cooked it, but suckling pig was incredible. Definitely better than Italian. Beautiful. The what's the word I'm looking for? The skin was so delectably crispy, but not like overdone, not like shoe leather. Sometimes the porchetta, if it sits for a while,
It's real,
crunchy. And some people like to crunch it. I'm not knocking you if you're one of those people, but my God, is this place fantastic?
Okay, I gotta be a judge of that.
We're going.
Okay, 100%.
We are going because we got to go to Banya number 1.
Yes, that's right.
Banya
Number two.
Banya
Yeah,
number
the
2.
second one.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a Banya day in Richmond Hill.
Yep.
And then we're gonna do Jumbo Lobster for dinner.
I'm so down for that.
Yeah. Our microbiomes and our probiotics are going to be losing it. Love it. Highly recommend it. 9019 Leslie Street. Book in advance and just prepare to be wowed. Oh, and the prices, fantastic.
Oh, love it.
Fantastic.
Really, I was expecting some high end. If you're pointing at crabs that you're going to be eating,
You get to point at the crabs you get to eat at an affordable price.
I love that.
We weren't really drinkers, so maybe if you added wine on, it would kind of bring it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But great value.
Love it.
Yeah, I've been telling everyone about it.
Okay, that's ready for Bunny number 2 and ready for crabs.
Jumbo Lobster.
Jumper lobster.
Yeah.
Well, you're picking your lobster.
You can pick your crab too.
Yeah, okay.
You can't pick your pigs though. They don't bring little
Honestly,
baby.
I actually hope not.
You're okay with
That would be brutal.
Yeah, there's the slaughter room in the back. Go check that out. I honestly, I'm sure there is. Like, this place is
a
massive.
place for sure. In the back.
Yeah, it was incredible. Like it was. I'm still like, before I go to bed at night, I reflect on that restaurant. I think back to it. This is complete hearsay. I don't know how accurate it is, but I heard it cost $10 million to build that place.
Oh
out.
my God.
And that would not surprise me. It would
It
not surprise me. Just the equipment alone is probably $5 million.
I got to see this place.
Oh, we're going.
Yeah. Okay.
We should do we had another dinner with some friends and they're like, you guys should do tours where you book a restaurant and you take all your listeners if they want to come.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Do some rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
$50 buy-ins. Come out. We'll rent a bus maybe.
Oh, I love that.
We'll put our top hats.
Yeah. Bow ties on.
Yeah. Whoa. That's for the premium customers only. Yeah. $60.
The after party.
Yeah. Something to think about. But yeah. All
Love
right.
it. Yeah.
First segment of How was your week? Where did you eat? Done.
Shall we get into some news you can use?
Yeah, there's been a lot of headlines.
There's been a ton lately.
Been a ton.
So much has been happening.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll keep it high level and
Yeah.
a little bit quicker instead of diving deep into each piece.
You brought up a good idea of bringing Chris Mulder back on the show
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of mortgage changes.
Yes.
So I am going to reach out to his booking agent, who's his wife, and probably doesn't know she's his booking agent. And I'm going to try to get him on the show and do a good rundown of all the changes.
I love that because there's a significant amount took place and they're definitely worth talking about. There's a lot of intricacies that we can discuss.
We'll put on Chris to get right because we'll probably mess up the details. Not our realm. All right, get into it. What do you got?
Okay, so January 29th is our first Bank of Canada meeting.
Yeah.
Do we see things going down?
What's your prediction? For the January meeting.
No.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you.
Yeah.
I'm very, what's the word? I feel like a gambler this year. I feel very open to
Oh, you're going to push for it.
Yeah. Like you were going to say risk averse, right?
Yeah.
No, the opposite of, I was going to say risk averse. I'm not I'm the opposite of risk averse.
Conservative.
No, that's also risk averse.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So like degenerate, like what would be the word of a gambler?
Risk, tolerant?
No, that's also not getting.
You're tolerant of risk. What? There's a way better word for
caution to the wind when it comes to gambling. What's the word I'm looking for here? I'm open to risk. There's a more
settled.
Yeah. I'm down to gamble this year. I think we're going to get a 0.25 cut in January.
Yeah. Okay. So you're pushing for it.
Yeah. Right. I don't know how else to say it. What we really got to be cautious about is that Canadian dollar.
Yeah.
Too aggressive of a drop will create a higher spread, which will make things very difficult.
Yep.
For imports and exports, plus the tariff talk.
Yep.
Plus, are we becoming American?
I don't know. I'm gonna need one of those hats soon.
Canada's not for sale?
Yeah.
See those hats?
I have seen them.
The Dougie wore?
The Doug Ford wore.
Oh man. Let's just riff for a second here. Like, because this ties into some of the news you can use. If you haven't heard, Justin Trudeau's stepped down.
In hiatus. Yeah. The Liberal Party's in hiatus.
Which we are on the cusp of a new president coming to America who's told us he's going to tariff us, also said, I'm going to take over your country. And our governor general is like, you know what, government? You could just go on ice for a little bit. You want to pause? Yeah, pause.
Yeah.
Figure your stuff out. I wish I could pause my life to figure my stuff out.
So ridiculous. What awful. Of all the painful things to do, especially with the amount of reputation you have, that this is just the way you're going to end it. You're going to leave office at this point, at this exact moment. It's just a cherry on top of what
the party's been doing for the last 10 years in power, however long it's been. I'm scared. I'm more scared that Doug Ford is our leader and voice through this chaos. And I will say, I've criticized him definitely in the past, but I appreciate that he's got the courage to step up. I would appreciate it more if there was a more unified group of people speaking and not just these one-off politicians making these wild assertions.
Yep.
Look at that word, eh?
It's assertion. It's the beet juice, man.
The ginger's hitting, yeah. I think we need a more unified approach and a more mature conversation. Really, we're wearing Stitch-It hats that say Canada's not for sale.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's wild. I think that whole thing's been a complete waste of time.
What a mess.
Yeah.
Complete mess. And I don't know. Let's see how things pan out. But
yeah.
Boy, what an end.
I think there's going to be another or more aggressive cuts to try and bolster support for the Liberals, even though the Liberals aren't the ones who make that decision.
Right.
I think there'll be some pressure to try and bring that down to be like, look, we're making things affordable.
Yeah. I can see that.
And if I may riff once more, speaking of affordability, I showed you my heating bill.
Oh, God. Yeah, you did.
And it's not that I'm a overconsumer of heat. It's that tacked on to my $300 heating bill, 1/3 of it was a carbon charge. That's important because I didn't say carbon tax.
Yeah.
By them putting carbon charge, they're now able to tax me on that amount as well.
Oh, God.
So I pay HST on my carbon charge, which is really the carbon tax. So tax on tax on tax.
Oh, my God.
And in this climate where everything's so affordable, 1/3 is going to some wild collection of money.
So ridiculous.
Which, I'm sorry, it's not going to stop forest fires and all this other crap that this world's been going through.
No, it's not. It's not. It just makes things more expensive. Our conversations about the grocery store, every last piece of it, it all gets affected from
inflation.
Inflation, period.
Right? Heating costs is in the basket of things they look at when they come up with what the inflation number is. Well, you just added 1/3 to a carbon tax.
So ridiculous.
And listen, is the world changing? Absolutely. Am I a climate denier? No way in hell. It's evident.
Yeah.
I just don't think collecting a carbon tax is going to stop it.
No, absolutely not.
And this goes back to the logic of COVID. It's like, is COVID real? Yeah, I think so. But don't tell me I can go to Costco with 300 people, but I can't, I don't know, go to a family gathering with more than 10. Logic, guys. We believe in the story, but let's solve it in a correct way.
So ridiculous.
That's my riff.
Logic. Yeah, no, I support it.
You know what? I'm going to say something positive.
Let's hear it.
Okay, thank you. City of Toronto is doing an excellent job rolling out the vacant home tax this year.
Actually, yes. Yeah.
Fantastic job.
I've been seeing yellow envelopes everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
The $2.6 million is money well spent. I received my yellow envelopes in the mail. Also, so I was trying to see how the system worked, like how well the system's been rolled out this year. So for all the properties except for one, I claimed the vacant. I filled out
you
the
did it on
declaration.
purpose?
Yeah, one I left just to see, are there going to be reminders? What's the process? I got an email this week.
You did?
Saying, hey, you've not filed yet for this property. They didn't say the exact property, but they said you own a property that you've not filed for.
Okay.
So there is some record.
It's better.
I'm very impressed by that. So City of Toronto doing a great job.
Nice. Okay. Good on you. Yeah.
$2.6 million well spent.
I'll support it. Yeah, I'll support it. We've been reminding, but you know what? Your yellow envelopes and your emails do a way better job at what we can do right now.
Get the word out. Yeah. Yes, agreed. Yeah. So I think that's a step in the right direction. Very happy with that. We should probably do a whole episode on the budget because, spoiler alert, they want to increase the
property taxes
again. Yeah. I got some thoughts about that, but I think I'm heated enough. I don't want to
keep diving in.
Yeah.
Let's save that one for the next.
Yeah, it's a first episode. Yeah. We're spreading joy.
Well, let's not go too far into
We're healthy. We believe in climate change. Like, let's just keep it good.
Speaking of high and happy,
yeah,
let's get into the numbers of December.
I thought you were gonna say like, let's try some magic mushrooms. Get high and happy. Because you know those stores are popping up everywhere. Have you noticed that?
Magic mushrooms are everywhere.
What the heck?
Now. Yeah, I don't know when this became like the same thing as when weed shops started coming up. Yeah,
and also like, that's not legal.
They're straight up stores. I don't know how that they've even run for more than a day.
Yeah, they're not hiding it.
No,
they're like psychedelic.
It's the whole platform is like just like psychedelic mushrooms. Yeah, it's like it sticks out like a sore thumb.
I'm too scared to walk into that place. Like it took a year after weed shops were legal for me to walk into one.
Yeah,
and it was for a coffee. It wasn't even to purchase marijuana. But these magic mushroom places, I don't think I can.
I have not. No, I have not walked.
Ventured down that path.
No.
Episode 100.
Episode 100. Take a tour with me and Mark.
Live on location. Mark and Joey. Oh God. As you were. I'm sorry. I diverted.
No. We're getting into December numbers. That's what this episode is, by the way. We're back. Okay. It's a ketchup and mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
And we're going to talk about the last month. It's a market update as well.
Before we rain on your Grey Poupon, which is another word for mustard. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't.
Yeah, Grand Poupon. Grey Poupon.
Grey Poupon.
It's like the French way of saying mustard.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a lot of listings.
Yeah. Actually, yes.
That's where I thought the happy and high.
No, let's do that because that actually is happy and high.
Okay. So you got a cool listing on Subway.
Yes. 101 Subway. If you're looking for, again, I got another big spacious 1-bedroom unit. It comes with parking. It's in Etobicoke, 101 Subway Crescent, unit 304. If you're a renter looking for a really nice spot, good building, well functioning. It's set up with amenities too. You got pool, sauna, hot tub.
Near transit, I believe.
Right near transit, Kipling Station, which is like a huge hub for like getting around the city, period, but also the GTA. Because Kipling Station is a really good spot for that. Plus, super highway connected as well. So if you're somebody who needs a 1-bedroom spot that's like perfectly located for transit and just like commuting, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
How much is it?
We're up for $2,400.
Sounds affordable.
Yeah.
Good little price point. We got a lot. Going on.
Yeah, let's hear some others.
So we got a building lot in the Avenue and Lawrence area.
Yep.
614 St. Germain. Beautiful 40 by 115 lot. Quite a bit of interest on that. We had an offer. We might have something else coming to the table. So that might not be available, but we have others if you're looking. We've got a full furnished house in Casa Loma. It's available furnished or unfurnished. 12 Nina, 7,500 unfurnished, 85 furnished.
Love it.
We have a 1+10 at Dufferin and Lawrence, 2,500. We have another 1+10 at Avenue and Lawrence for 2,800. That one's beautiful. 10-foot ceilings, brand new flooring, freshly painted.
Love it.
Really good. I got a loft coming at Roselawn, Forest Hill Lofts over here. 2,500. No parking, but it's a huge 13-foot ceilings, tons of space. And then the church. If we could talk about the church for a minute.
Yes, for sure.
And this is going to play in nicely to when we talk about the December numbers in the year ahead. The Christmas break has been the most busiest Christmas break I've ever.
I can't believe it.
It was insane.
Yeah.
I think we sold 6 units at the church over that time.
Yeah.
In the last 3-4 weeks, we have 6 units left. And today we have a full day of showings. I think we're probably going to have 5 or 4 by the time we record our next podcast.
Cannot believe the amount of action that took place over literally the Christmas holidays up until today. It's been like rotating door.
December 20th.
Yeah.
December 20th, things just got crazy.
Yeah.
So lots of interest in this project. I think that's also reflective of the lower rates. I think that's reflective of confidence people are having.
Yep.
We are at a very attractive price point, which helps as well. But a lot of good feels. The vibes are real, as the kids say.
Yeah. Well put.
The vibes, yeah, they're strong. So, on that note, take it away. For the December. Let's get happy and high.
Let's get happy and high. Well, they're so happy and high, I will say.
Yeah,
it's December.
Yeah,
let's start with that.
Always a good point.
We're talking about December numbers. It's very seasonal.
Yeah.
But I still think some promising stuff coming to fruition in the next little bit. I think what's good is that we have a lot of these listings that are up on the market that allow us to kind of peek into what the activity's like, because traffic is before the numbers start coming in.
That's right. And we have a wide variety of housing options and price points. So you're absolutely right. Like, we're covering everything from the $2 million mark to the $2,000 a month condo, and a really good insight. And look, before we started the podcast, how many phone calls did I take?
Yeah.
Been on fire. It was a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah. So good stuff. So let's get into big picture stuff.
Yeah.
You want to kick us off?
Sure. So December, we definitely had the lowest amount of transactions for the year, 3,359. But quiz time. Do you want to take a guess at what our average amount of transactions were for the year?
Average transaction for the whole year.
Yeah, per month.
Okay, let's call it 7. Let's say 7,000.
Okay, not far off. A little less, 5,600.
Okay,
so per month, about 5,600.
5,600 per month.
Yeah.
Okay, decent.
You know what? Very ho-hum. Very okay given the climate that we're coming out of. Not gangbuster, nothing to pop a confetti cannon over.
Yeah.
But good. Right, very in the middle.
Yes.
Very okay with that.
I think that's a good trend to set this tone with.
Right.
Very in the middle.
In the middle, which is better than in the bottom.
Yes. Yeah, it's been a very like a held state over this last little bit.
Yeah, and look, we're going to say this probably a few times in this podcast. It's so rate dependent. And we're coming through a climate where the rates are coming down.
Yeah.
But we won't see the impacts of that until the months ahead.
Yes.
So I do think we're in for a busy 3 months. From now till March is probably going to get pretty active, and we'll get more into it. But
I totally agree with you. I also want to preface with I think, well, at least my beliefs is that once we stop watching the rate announcements like the Super Bowl, I think that's when things start to become regular again,
right.
And that we start seeing that like normal pace of things, and not people start getting comfortable with the market again. The big pandemic push was the start of it, but we've come down. We had our correction. A pretty decent correction, and now we're kind of in this like steady state, but everyone's watching. When it's transitioning, not everybody wants to jump. Everyone wants to see what happens first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And these things take time. It's like rate drop doesn't mean light switch on. It's like a dimmer.
Yeah. Yeah.
You set it in the mood with the dimmer. It takes some time.
Yes. It takes some time to get in the mood once it's dimmed.
That's right. Very well put. Do you have any thoughts of where the rates are going to go this year?
I do. There's definitely more to be had.
Okay.
I can see them doing another through the whole year. I don't know. Crystal ball.
Yeah.
I would say another point. I would say another 0.75 for the year.
Under 1%.
Yeah.
Remember last year around this time, we were like between 0.75 and like some crazies are saying 1.25, but what are they smoking?
Yeah.
And then the year ended at 1.75.
Yeah. It did some damage last year.
Goes to show that nobody knows nothing.
Yeah.
That everything is just a prediction, and so many factors impact where things end up. I like your prediction. I think 0.75 is a conservative approach. And you're probably right. I'm going to say 1%.
Okay.
I'm going to say 1.
Yeah. Because you're feeling risk.
And throwing caution in the wind.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like a gambler. Yeah. Betting the house money on this one.
Yeah, I like it.
Literally. Sorry, Adriana S. New listings. So as we're saying, seasonality, we're down to only 4,681 coming to market. And no duh. Who wants to put their place up?
During Christmas, during the holidays? Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Yeah. And if you're asking who does, it's either people who need to or those with vacant properties or who've already purchased and are kind of in the transitional phase.
Yeah, and they could just put it up for the sake of putting it up.
Yeah. Not many families with kids and Christmas decorations are coming to market in December.
Yeah, totally makes sense.
Yeah. Active listings.
Yeah, active listings were relatively high. They were 15,393.
Yep.
But I will say, relative to the year, it's the fourth lowest month. So we did have it did shrink, basically.
Absorb a bit. Yeah. And the days on market, I think we're at 59 or 56 for the year. So that makes sense that you would still have a lot of active listings on the market. It is taking a lot longer. I think we averaged about 40 days on market throughout the year. Contrast that to the peak when it was like sub 20 days was the norm for properties to sell. So it's almost double the amount of time.
Cannot believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot believe that. But I will say also, if we're comparing again seasonality, January at the top of the year, I think it was like 52 days to sell. So like, again, we're in that stretch of like, this is where that time happens. It's like this is like the standalone month in a sense.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't want to draw too many conclusions from these numbers. But it is kind of good to recap them just to see where things are probably going to go.
Yeah, totally.
Because there are some anomalies that are like, what's that going to mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so do you remember when we had Christopher Daniel Mulder?
Yes, I do.
On the podcast? We made some predictions.
Yep.
So the average price in December of 2024 was $1,067,000.
Right.
Do you want me to recap what our guesses were for the year?
Yeah,
okay. So Chris said, so the average last year was 1.1 million.
Yeah.
Chris said he predicted prices to be relatively flat at 1,175,000.
Yep.
Surprisingly, I was also a gambler last year, and an aggressive one. And I boldly said, we're clearing 1-2. My exact number was 1,235,000.
Yep.
You rounded us off. You said flat. More flat than Chris's prediction at 1,150,000.
Yes.
Do you want to change your guess? Do you want to keep it the same?
I'm going to keep it the same.
Okay. Well, drum roll, please. Love it. The average price for the year was 1,112,000.
Hey.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, the winner here.
I don't remember what the prize is, but you're taking it home.
I'll take it.
You won. You were the closest. Now, Price is Right rules, we all lost because we're all over.
We're all over, yeah.
We're all too aggressive in our estimates, but you were the closest. So
I can't believe how flat it was.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And like that just speaks to, we had some peaks in the months. I would say the second quarter tended to be the most active month where prices really spiked up.
Yep.
But on average, that's where we
look at that. Yeah. I'll take it.
So almost like you guys who said flat, you and Chris said flat, essentially that's what happened. There wasn't much movement in average price.
No, 100%. Yeah. That's we'll see what this year brings, because I think the bigger consensus is that this year is going to be the better year.
Don't give me your number yet.
No.
I think we should redo it with Chris.
With Chris, 100%.
Yeah, we'll get the three big brains together and the number. But hey, if you're listening at home, you want to leave a comment.
Let's put the numbers. Let's put the guesses in.
What do you think our average price is going to be in the GTA?
Love that.
2025.
Yeah, let's put some bets in.
Yeah, let's go. We're going to do a mushroom tour. We're going to run an illegal gambling operation on the side. It's going to be a good year to end up in jail, my friend. And we spoke about average days on market. So just to recap that, it was 56 in December, which was the highest of the year.
Yep.
But as Joey mentioned, to be expected.
To be expected, yeah. And as well accompanying January.
Yeah. So if you were a seller, the best time to have been on the market in 2024 was April, May, and June.
Right.
And if you were a buyer, the best time to have been looking was October, November, December.
Yeah, which is actually amazing, because most of the purchases that took place all happened within those months.
It's been a funny year where we were, relatively busy, but not gangbuster. And then the last, I would say from September till December, you were in another stratosphere.
Yeah, it was flowing. Everybody was making their decisions like, this is the time. And I'm really happy they did, because it ended up being the best time to jump in.
Yeah. And you did quite a few deals with people, difficult deals where it's like either move ups or keep your property and rent it out. And so far, I've got to find some wood to knock on. It's been amazing. It's been really good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Lots of success, and lots of deals also on the purchase side for those who are looking, because it was a good time to get those.
Well, and this is, practice what you preach. I've been talking about numbers for, the last 15 years, tracking them in my spreadsheet, and we talk about it every month on the podcast. And truly, I feel like we've been saying this, the condo market is a no-brainer.
Right.
And I'm almost certain me and my sister are going to be looking at getting her a condo because it makes sense.
Okay.
It's the numbers are there. I feel like it just, how can I tell you guys this makes sense and not do it?
Yeah.
So we're going to try. We're going to give it best and hopefully try to get her into something.
Love it.
Because the market makes sense to do this.
Yes. Yeah. Janelle S.
Janelle S,
shout out.
Well, we've got a long way to go. We've got a long way to go with Janelle S. But you know what? She's listening. She's like, well, should I be? And it's like, yeah, absolutely. Like if I'm going to say this on the air, I'm going to say this to you in private.
100%.
Like let's make it happen.
Yeah.
So.
Funny because Francis V, I'm having the similar types of conversations.
Love
it. Yeah, it's all same conclusions that we're coming to in our own separate conversations. So.
The market right now is very advantageous. If you're a first time buyer, especially for a condo, you can get downtown for under 600K.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
There's some, it's shrunk quite a bit since it was at its peak. Yeah.
Transactions.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Yeah. So, I mean, seasonality continues to be the name of the game here.
Yeah.
All segments either hit the lowest of the year or second lowest of the year. Month over month, we saw 50% drops in detached semis and condos. And remember, that's transactions, not value of your home. And that's because people just aren't looking and there's not a lot of inventory that's out there.
So something I want to note about this too, even though the December numbers obviously aren't the best because not a lot of people are transacting right now. If you looked at quarter over quarter, Q4 actually did better than Q3 almost all the way through.
Agreed.
And they, not by a ton, but I think that's something to note. Like active listings went down, average prices went up, and there were actually a bit more sales this quarter than there were last. So I think it's notable. Like that's something to pay attention to.
100%. That speaks to exactly what I'm saying, whereas these changes take time.
Right.
So when rates come down, it doesn't happen right away, but we are starting to see because the big bulk of them happen towards the middle of the year. And then the last part of the year, you're busy in the streets. The market is saying it's busy. The stats are showing it's busy. So it's
coming together. Yeah. And it makes sense because I was looking at these numbers thinking like, yeah, it felt like we got very busy during that end of the year. So I was like, it makes sense that it's low, but I was expecting a little bit better. And then when you compare it quarter over quarter, it's like, oh no, it actually did pretty decent.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Year over year, condos were down only 35 sales compared to the same time last year.
Yeah.
So that's almost non-existent, almost right on par with where it was last year.
Yep.
I think condos are going to be my dark horse going back to betting. I think they're going to show, they're going to have the biggest amount of conversations, activity, interest, all that.
They seem to be a very big topic right now.
Yeah.
So I can see this. And I think that, so right now, and my theories are the pre-construction market is getting hit the most and they're getting the most attention to what's not happening. Yeah. In my mind, that means builders might stop building, and in which case we're going to start seeing that tighten inventory. Coming in the future. Right? Everything is delayed. It's all so slow in real estate. So like, if builders don't want to build right now, that means we're going to feel that effect in the next 3 to 5 years, whatever the case is. But 100%, I totally agree with you.
I was at a dinner last night with a lot of guys in the industry on the construction side, and they are not building. Yeah. There's no shovels in the ground. There's equipment pulled off site. So they've already decided that the climate did not make sense.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think you're spot on with that this is probably going to be a 2026, 2027 topic of lack of supply. The only caveat I would say to think about with that is there's a lot of talk around immigration.
Right.
And if they tighten up immigration, that is a big contributing factor to why this economy was so strong for the years that it was.
Right.
So if they cut back on the amount of people coming in, then that may change it all.
Yeah. We'll see what that plays, because you're going to have that versus the amount getting built, right, and like how much are still coming in, because I'm sure that the lack of the immigration getting cut down, because we were blowing immigration out of the water. Like it was like, how is this happening? Why are we? Yeah, it was completely unsustainable. So even with a cut down, there's still going to be people coming in. It's not like the doors are shut completely. It's but I'm curious what that ratio looks like. Yeah, it's going to be something to watch for sure.
Yeah, like it. Sales, just get right into it.
Yeah, prices.
Yeah. Did we change the name of that too?
Average prices. No, we did transactions.
Oh, I know, but I said sales and you say prices. You know how we changed transactions?
Oh, got you. So you're going sales as average prices, or is sales like?
Well, I think what I'm trying to say here, Joey, is did we change our segment from average prices to sales?
Oh, I thought we were keeping them as average prices, and then sales as transactions.
So I made a mistake then.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. We're going to be talking about money.
Yeah.
Clearly, these ginger shots are wearing off. My brain power is just shrinking here. All right, breakaway winner was semis. They took off in December. The average price was 1.3. That's a 4.25% month over month increase and 11% year over year increase.
Right.
Strong semis came through. Love it.
Semis, yeah. Semis do some damage on a regular basis.
I love semis. I'm, not been shy of saying that. I think they represent tremendous value. They're a good move up purchase, and they're in demand when it comes time to go to the detached house.
Yeah, head into the freeholds and
Exactly. Towns though.
Yes.
They did that other weird thing. So this is the third time this year they've done it.
Yep.
And they are often kind of average price around $1 million. They dropped to 9.
Yes.
$100,000 drop. It's happened twice before. December was the third time.
It's I feel like, again, we're talking about averages. I feel like there's something in
there's some anomaly happening.
Yeah. There's there's just a price point that's just not getting hit, or like some high end purchases that aren't happening with towns. But it's weird when it happens. I actually, being on this topic before you get to condos, I wanted to bring this up because I was running the numbers and the spreadsheet I run, it's for the GTA in total. And the average, the thing I wanted to bring up was semis and towns. So my prediction in all of this was that semis and towns would start moving above that $1 million line,
right?
Because there's new mortgage changes.
Yep.
And in the GTA, we're seeing that in the entire GTA. Toronto had this weird dip, but in the rest of, if you're looking at the rest of it, they both semis and towns both border that $1 million mark, and both of them pushed up. In December. And
I think that's one to watch. That these mortgage changes, which we'll have Chris talk in more detail on, are going to impact, just like you're saying, the semis and the towns.
Yes, that $1 million line.
Yeah.
Because now you can save a lot more in your pocket.
Yep.
And so I was surprised to see that come out of the Toronto market specifically, but in the GTA, it is moving in that direction.
Fun fact, one of the places we sold, the buyers were one of the first in Canada to use the new mortgage rule change.
Oh, right.
Yeah. We had to push back the closing.
It was one of the first used?
According to the broker. Yeah, it was one of the first.
So
they
funny.
submitted it and the banks were like, we don't have all the answers yet. Like, push back your closing so we could figure it all out. So I don't know if they were exactly the first, but top first 10.
Get out of here.
So the deal closed, everything went smooth and fine, and that's great.
There you go. It's coming to fruition. Yeah.
Yeah. So it works. In action. This change is implemented and people are using it and taking advantage. And I think you're absolutely right. For the year ahead, semis and towns will probably see good growth.
Yeah. Yeah, I support that 100%.
And when you compound that with condos that are now average price $720,000, I think we're going to be in store for a strong year, bearing no
crazy things happening
by our friends to the south,
big world events.
Also, did we talk about UFOs?
No. Are there more?
Stories? No, I think they're on vacation now. It kind of stopped.
I haven't heard from them in a while.
Yeah, 2 major events happened in the U.S. on New Year's, and then the UFOs just
they went away.
Or no one's talking about them. So I mean, who knows what this year's got in store? But if everything's pretty calm, I think we're gonna have some strong gains in real estate this year.
Yeah, I think you're not the only one to think that. I think that's the general consensus right now. Yeah.
Just for the hell of it, I'm going to give you the average prices of all 4 segments.
Let's do it.
So we're going to start with condos. The average price for the year, not December, $730,000.
Okay.
Average price, but you could get some tremendous deals under $600,000 in the core. We've seen it. You've sold it. It's a real thing.
Yep.
So just want to put that out there. Average price of towns came in at $968,000.
Okay.
And I think that's a very realistic number. If you are in the market for a town, you should be using that, not the $900,000.
Yes, I agree with that.
And also not $1.3 million as we had that one anomaly month. Semis, 1.292, so around the 1.3 mark. And detached, 1.7.
Right.
So just keep in mind, even though we said the average price at the top of the segment was $1.1 million, if you're thinking of getting a 3-4 bedroom detached in a good area, you're probably pushing 1.8 to 2 mil. Yeah, and that's still average.
Yeah,
it's not a massive palatial.
I never heard this word.
Palace. Oh, but it's like Palatial, man. No.
Oh no.
Another ginger shot. You'll be.
I'll catch up. Yeah.
Get there. You're not getting a massive house for 1.8 million. It's a very average house in the city of Toronto.
Yeah.
So that's all I got. Do you want to take it away with
months of inventory?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go over months of inventory as we usually do. I'll do the quick description of what it is for anybody who's first listening. Pretty much, if we stopped any new inventory coming to the MLS today, how long would it take for the inventory in general on the MLS to sell out? 1 to 3 months is a seller's market, which means prices go up. 4 to 6 means it's a balanced market and it's just an even keel between buyers and sellers. And then 6+ months of inventory means the prices go down and it's a buyer's market. Lots of time to choose. So the awards, last month, if anybody remembers, Towns took it home, and I was really surprised by it. Again, Towns keep doing this weird anomalies.
Yeah. They're the weird cousin of real estate. Yeah. Like you like them, but you're like, you're weird.
Yeah.
Figure your stuff out, man.
But first place, semis took the first place back and they creeped back over the line. Everything went up. Actually, I'm going to preface with this. All the inventory did climb in terms of absorption. But semis went from 2.2 to 2.5. Okay. And Towns jumped all the way from 1.8 last month, which was insane, to 2.7 months of inventory this month. That's a pretty large
big jump. Yeah. But still a seller's market.
Yep, 100%. Third goes to Detach. Detach has been sitting in third for a while, but they went from 3.4 to 4.3.
Yep.
So they started collecting a little bit more. And then same as condos. Condos went up from 5 months of inventory. And I was talking really positively about how that's like, oh, that's a good change coming. And then they went back up to 6.5.
It's okay. That's a tremendous opportunity for anyone who bought in December.
Yep.
There's lots to choose from. People were quite interested. You got some really good deals out there.
100%.
Yeah. You got like crazy good deal.
Yes. Yeah.
We're not going to share the details of that. It's not firm yet, but that was you told me what your ideas were and how you're going to negotiate it. And I'm like, yeah, it's not going to happen, man.
Yeah.
And then you ended up doing better than what you thought you were going to do.
100%.
So that was good job on that one.
Thank you. Yeah, I do appreciate it. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good to get those deals out there. If you're thinking about shopping for a condo in the near future and you want to push that timeline up, like it's a really good time for deals right now.
Yeah, start looking. I think February, March, April. Once the newspaper headlines get wind of some crazy sales that take place, I think it's all buyer sentiment, right? It's
so much
confidence.
So. Yes, so much so. It's so what I will say is the news headlines do impact your conversations like today.
Yeah.
So as much as the reflection of it takes a while, but like you're in your negotiations, sellers will read those headlines, buyers will read those headlines, and then push for those
results.
Push for those results as in, this is what's happening right now, and I'm going to be buying this, whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I support you.
Yeah.
Now we're all about abundance. Abundance.
Yep.
You know what abundance? You heard about it?
I've heard about it. Vaguely, yeah.
Vaguely, yeah. Okay, sorry. I'll tell you why I'm about abundance. Okay. I watched the countdown with Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen on CNN.
Yeah.
From my couch. I wasn't physically with them, obviously. But they interviewed Little John.
Okay.
You remember Little John? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was like Little
John.
Little John. Yeah.
Oh, Usher to the window. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Little John. Yeah. And they're like, Jonathan, Little Jonathan. They're like, oh, you put out 2 albums this year. And I was like, this guy's still making music? Like, I haven't heard a song from him in so long. And he's like, yeah, I put out a meditation album and an affirmation album.
What?
That's what he says. What? That's Little John. That's right. And I was like, I got to give this a listen. It's good.
What?
It's good.
Hold on a second. Is it like actual meditation?
Yes.
What?
That's what he says. And there's even one where he's like, yeah. He's like, you deserve the good life, or you deserve love.
Get out.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
Oh my, I need to listen to this.
You do. It's really good. I don't know if it's because like it's a relatable voice, but it calms out of any type of meditation I've done. The Little John affirmation and meditation is the most calmest I've ever been able to get myself.
That is absolutely, you were reminding me, if you've ever seen, have you seen Community? Did you ever watch Community?
No.
Okay, there's a guy whose name, I forget his name, but he always goes bop bop. Like that's all he says, and everybody gets super hyped up when he says bop bop. But that's the reaction you're giving right now, is no matter what he does.
You're in it.
You're in it.
He's got this talent to really get you locked into his message.
That's so funny. I will be downloading that.
You should download it. It's really good. And the reason why I brought up abundance is Joey's feeling very abundant, because to receive abundantly, you have to give abundantly. Yeah, is what he says in the album. And Joey's giving extra mention to the rental market.
Yes, actually, yes.
That was my segue. I was trying to set you up for the volley.
Totally got it.
Also, I have a box that gets channels from other countries. I've been watching a lot of volleyball from Italy, indoor volleyball. Yeah.
So you're a volleyball fan now.
I am. Okay. I really like volleyball.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Have you played volleyball?
No, I suck at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm short.
But you just watch volleyball?
Yeah. When the Pan Am Games were here, Age and I went to like several of the
get out of here.
beach volleyball games. Yeah.
Does Age play?
No.
Okay.
No, but it's a party. There's a DJ going and it's like, come on, everybody. Let's hear it from the right side. Yeah.
At least they do it right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they're really interactive. So that was my play on I set you up. Spike it. So without further ado,
Yes.
Joey.
Let's get into the rental market. I wanted to give mention because it's usually the rental market is unspoken about because it's just always hot. It's always like you got to move quickly. Everything's going like flying off the shelf. But over the last little bit, it's been the opposite.
Yes.
And I think deserves special mention for it. This meaning year over year, when it comes to quarterly, everything in the rental market has actually dropped.
Yep.
People are waiting a lot longer to rent their units out. This is a regular thing. So I was just going to run over what it looks like. So one beds took a decrease year over year from, so last year you could have gotten a one bed an average for $2,630. Now $2,500. So we're getting to that $150 decrease in your monthly rent. Two beds. And bachelors are more mention worthy, I think, because last year a two bed cost you about $3,400 a month. Now $32, so it took a $200 decrease. And same as bachelors, which is a smaller price point, took another $200 decrease. I think this is a correction from what that big pressure was.
Yep.
Because a bachelor was costing on average $2,250,
crazy,
which is insane in general. But now they're back down to $2,050.
Yep.
Still a high number, but like at least it's a $200 drop. Like I think that's definitely notable. So landlords, if you are listening, expect to have a little more patience with the waiting game. Also, tenants are taking a little more risk when it comes to negotiation.
Yep.
They feel the fact that they have a little more power in their conversations, and they're like the conversations I'm having with a lot of on the renter side is that it's can we do this? Because this has been sitting for 30, 60 days.
Yep.
And then tenants, if you, as I say every year, if you're planning to move and you're thinking you're going to be moving in like August, September, if you have the opportunity to move earlier, stay away from the August, September mark. As much as there's lots of conversations about the students and immigration coming down, August, September always strikes. And I don't think, as much as it's going to be lighter, I think there's still going to be a push of students coming through those years, which always adds more pressure onto like 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms. So if you can get in earlier, jump in the market earlier. Tenants, this is your time to get in there. Landlords, I'm sorry, you got to be patient for
a bit of patience. Yeah. And it's so important to have your place showing the best.
Yeah.
So if your place is tenanted and you're trying to rent it out, it's going to be very tough.
Yeah, 100%. One of the clients I'm working with right now is like everything we're looking at this point just needs to be vacant because he cannot with all the clutter. Yeah, because when you have a tenant there and they're moving out, you have boxes everywhere. It's like extra cluttered more than usual.
Yep.
And it doesn't show very nicely.
I agree.
So it turns a lot of people off, and there's other things to look at. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Well said. That was Joey's abundant donation to the universe.
Yes.
We would appreciate it if the universe can give us back if you're looking to rent a place, Joey's available to help you.
Absolutely.
If you're looking to buy a place, Joey's available to help you.
Absolutely.
If you're looking to sell a place, guess what? Joey's available to help you. And I think that's a good place to leave it for episode 1, season 3, episode 77 in total.
Yes. Episode 77. Very close to
100.
Episode 100.
We're getting there. What are you going to do at episode 101?
I don't even know. I'm coming in shirtless. Yeah.
Shirtless? At 101?
Shirtless, bow tie. I'm in top hat. Let's do this.
Oh, God. Folks at home, you're in for a good year. This is a good episode. It's really good to be back with you in front of the mic. And I think we had a lot of laughs in this one.
Yep.
And like, I felt like the November, October stretch, we were just like grinding it out. Yeah. Like, all right, what do you want to talk about this week? Let's talk about how mad we are. Just make it happen. So I think it was a well taken time off.
Yep.
I think we got a lot of things coming this year.
I do too. It's going to be it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah. We're going to keep bringing you the great content. I think we're going to try to shake it up in a little bit of ways. One thing I talked with Alex, my Alex Wong.
Yeah.
He's actually doing a course at U of T for podcasting.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah. So I took him out for a sandwich. I'm like, I'm not attending your course. Can you tell me the content for free? Nah. He's very generous with his time and he gave me some really good ideas. And he said, highly suggest bringing on more guests.
Love it.
So I want to get into more of that and start interviewing some cool people. Hopefully we get a bit of a better space to set that up.
Yeah.
We'll see where the cards fall with that type of stuff. But I'm glad to be back.
Me too.
I'm recharged.
Oh, almost spilled some beet juice.
Almost ruined this beautiful table. I got my beet juice. I got my shots. I'm excited for the year ahead. And any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out Tzatziki.
Tzatziki.
Yeah, Tzatziki all day long.
Opa.
Yeah. What about you?
I just want to shout out my wife. Adriana S., thank you for supplementing us and keeping us healthy.
Yes, thank you for the beet juice.
Thank you for the beet juice. Thank you for finding 17 pounds of carrots for $4. Thank you for keeping my clothes, taking everything fresh. Yeah, I appreciate all that. And so that's where I would kind of leave it there with that.
Yeah.
Shout out my wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And all the support we've gotten for the year. Thank you for everyone who's
for listening, for commenting.
Yeah.
And keeping the conversation engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Engaging with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. To the year ahead. Let's do it.
To the year ahead.
All right.
All right.
Cheers. Thanks for listening to the Toronto Livings Real Estate Podcast. You could find more information on how we work over at torontolivings.com. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter to get price reports from over 150 different neighborhoods in the city each and every month.
If you got any value, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And if you made it this far, thanks for listening.